Yeah, no, like with the speediness or the non-speediness, however you want to put it. I thought about that, and I think what worked in the original was
our technology was outdated.
Yeah, we were completely outmatched. So they purposely made, maybe not purposely made them, but you had the real jet and then you had them go past.
Yeah.
Now you had alien technology, so you were that much faster. So they did say, because he did say, oh my gosh, they're so fast.
Yeah.
But obviously he's saying in comparison to what, we've advanced, so we're so fast, but they're still faster.
It's faster.
But it's almost like saying on the highway,
you're doing
120, he's doing 140 kind of thing. So he's going much faster, but
it's relative.
Would they have not said, wow, they're going so fast because there actually hasn't been any battles on Earth since then because the whole of Earth united?
I get that. It just didn't feel like I didn't get the feeling that they were fast. I got the feeling that they were just as fast as the previous jets.
They just knew how to
especially like in the last movie, they had that whole sequence where they were doing the jets, and they're in the canyon and they swoop in. It was very intense. It was very fast. And
that's one of the most memorable scenes.
Yeah,
it's Independence Day in the canyon.
Yeah, it's how fast he's going. In this movie, they didn't really ever have a moment where I was just like, shit, those planes are fast. They were just sort of like.
I think the only time they showed like fastness was when
they shot to the moon.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum and then went to the moon, and then he quickly did the
fusion drive
turbo boost thing, because in the original, Will Smith is flying at such a speed, starts pulling that. They even say to him, you're gonna crash or you're gonna knock out. Actually, his friend, it's his co-pilot, passes out basically from trying to go so fast. And then the alien's like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot you.
Yeah, he goes into G-lock, all the blood in his brain hits his feet, and
he's sitting there. You can't back up at that speed.
Yeah,
he's like, I know what I'm doing.
Dead. But I get what he's saying. It
was Harry Connick Jr. was his co-pilot.
So
I also didn't hate that there was no reference to the fat lady and cigars. That was like such a big thing.
Did you like it or you did?
No, I didn't like it because it was such a big part of the first movie is that we can't get in the plane until we have our cigars, and when we're done, the fat lady sings.
Maybe that was synonymous with Will Smith. They said let's leave it out because it's.
But it's still a very. I mean, it's his son, and you're telling me his son was never taught about the fat lady.
He looked out of place. He looked like he wasn't meant to be there. Like. The whole world was on his shoulders because of who his stepfather was.
Yeah, and he sort of like
it was his stepfather.
Yeah, it was his stepfather, and he sort of had like a bit of an arrogance about like I'm his stepfather.
Well, I think Will Smith did have the problem with Will Smith not being there was one, you've lost, apart from Jeff Goldblum being a badass actor.
Yeah,
you've lost another A-list actor.
That chemistry
which will pull out of people. Even though Will Smith has done great movies.
Also, Jeff Goldblum wasn't he getting back together with the girl at the end of the movie? They sort of got back together.
The president.
Yeah, the president's assistant or something. What happened to her?
She was the scientist chick.
No, in the first movie.
Oh, maybe they got back together and she
died.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
She got AIDS.
That was the one thing I was going to say, that they seem to just brush over a few things. Like, for example, Will Smith's girlfriend, wife, chick.
All of a sudden became a doctor.
Oh yeah, she was a stripper. How did she become a doctor all of a sudden?
Well, besides that, maybe she did it after night courses, whatever the case is.
She stripped her way to the top.
But besides that, like her death, it seemed so rushed, sort of thing, and then he's just there, and you're supposed to be sad.
It's so anti-emotional actually, because like grabs the helicopter, and then sort of the guy was just like, get off, and then she falls down, and he's just like, oh no,
and he's saying, no, mom.
Yeah,
and
then the next scene.
Same with the Asian chick.
Yeah, also your Uncle Roo.
Watch the uncle die. No, uncle.
Yeah,
uncle.
Well, she's Asian. Yeah, we expect her not to really have much emotion.
Yeah, she just played the violin and she was good.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, there was parts that just seemed very forced or rushed, which were unnecessary, I think, in terms of like a hardcore script.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. With the original, they kind of pasted. You got like with the dog, for example. They tried it with the dog thing. This one little dog running around the bus. It didn't work. Why? Because we didn't know the dog for longer than 15 seconds.
Yeah.
In the original,
but it was a really weird looking dog.
It was an ugly looking dog.
Something wrong with the dog's eyes. I thought it was on weed or something.
It's possessed by
It was possessed by
the other dog.
The spirit of the first one.
The golden retriever.
He was waiting for the explosions to dodge
that dog is the bastard love child of the golden retriever, and it just has constant PTSD.
Actually, there was a complete copy over of the hillbilly family You know,
they weren't. But okay, first of all, there wasn't really like a hillbilly family. They were just like it was a group of kids at the time. Which, by the way, one of them was way too hot, like that blonde bitch.
I don't remember them.
You know what? I just was like, no, not this again.
Yeah, but what I love is how they just randomly picked up a guy. Okay, yes, he's an old guy.
Old man in a boat.
They let him drive them.
He could have been a rapist or pedophile.
He picks up a school bus full of kids.
He's taking everything for a pedophile.
Let's actually go to that. Let's discuss each character in general. Now, Jeff Goldblum came back to the film. Did he pull off his role? Yes or no?
I think so.
He played his character. Same style, same thing. It was just. I think he was less humorous than in the original.
No, in the first one he was very sarcastic about everything. In this one he was a little bit serious about everything.
And he seemed to have less screen time.
Yeah. Significantly less screen time.
That's probably why he walked off that one scene where the other guy was made president. He just like walked away.
Yeah, he did. He was just like, I'm outie. I've seen this twice in a lifetime.
Oh yeah, the general guy.
Yeah.
That also seemed very fast.
Then also let's look at I can't remember the name of the base in the first one where the alien attack came.
Area 51.
No. So they were all supposed to meet and they said we have incoming and they were like, do we have time? It's too late. And all of a sudden they were blowing up the base. And then Will Smith went there at the end and found his stripper chick there, the president's first lady.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name of the base.
Yeah, but
all the vice president and joint chiefs, all got killed there. Now in this one, here's the female president, which we'll get to just now, with all the joint chiefs and the whoever at the base, and they all got killed.
In a lot less cool way.
In the one scene that actually pissed me off so much is when we see the second alien, that super alien ship thing. Remember when it comes past Venus and it's got that whole dragging effect?
Oh yeah.
Just before the other aliens arrive.
Oh, you mean the little sphere thing?
The little sphere thing.
Yeah. The ally.
Yeah, the ally. And the first thing is that first of all, it wasn't attacking them. It
just looked at them.
It just looked at them. And the thing is, I thought it was a reference to the first movie because the first movie they tried to communicate with light, light stuff. And it had the same thing because it also it had the sphere and it had all the lights over there turning on, and they were just like blow it out of the sky. We don't give a fuck. And it was one ship. It wasn't many ships
it wasn't a whole armada,
and it wasn't a whole armada, and it didn't attack them instantly. It went and just stayed there.
If anything, the only reason I would have suggested shooting it was because it was tearing up the moon. I was like, just kill it. It's destroying the moon.
Just removing dust.
Yeah.
But my point,
it was a gigantic vacuum cleaner.
Okay, but I guarantee you,
remove
the moon and all its dust and sand, the world will collapse.
But also, if you think about it, they waited so long in the first movie as well to make contact and stuff. Yeah. This one they were just like bomb motherfucking guy.
Now let's look at some of the characters now. For some reason, the Americans keep doing this where they start to generalize everything and go cliche. Mm-hmm. At one stage, we had Obama as the president of America, and every president of that was African American.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton might be president. Now we have a female president.
Well, and that's just because
that's what's trending. There's nothing wrong.
But they turn to her and they ask her for military advice. Should we shoot it? Yes or no? I'm thinking to myself, what military advice does she have?
Well, you're just a chauvinistic pig.
The Americans tend to do this thing where they go cliche.
It's not cliche, it's what's trending. It literally is what's trending. I work
Would you like a Donald Trump president? Like cliche?
He probably would have said, let's first see if we can do business with it.
Yeah, he would have said, let's make a deal and make it build our wall.
No, look, I work.
That's actually what the alien wanted to do, help build them a wall.
Wall, yes, he wanted to help build them a wall.
In terms of me, I work in that field in TV broadcasting and stuff, and it literally every new project from MTV or whatever the case, what's trending now? That's literally what we do, and it's what sells. It's marketing. So they do the same thing. It's trending in woman president in Argentina. There's another country in Europe that's got a female president or potential prime minister.
Germany.
So that's what's trending. It's fine. And
we have a female mayor in Pretoria.
Potential.
And that also caused problems.
Yeah, they're burning down Pretoria.